You deserve to be seen. You deserve to be heard. We need your voice in the world. We need your magic in the world. We need your mysteries and your mayhem. Welcome, welcome, welcome to this broadcast. My name is Abiola Abrams. If we are just meeting for the first time, so glad to have you here. Make sure my phone is off. We are today still celebrating the launch of the Visibility Temple. You can find the link on the screen, tinyurl.com/visibility temple. Let me just put it in the comments as well. Congrats to everybody who already signed up for the Visibility Temple. I'm going to tell y'all more about that later on in this session, which is all about what? Your visibility, you being seen, you being heard, you being a movement, you moving away from hiding and shrinking and holding back. I am really excited and looking forward to this visibility journey that we're going to be doing, so much so that as I was putting together your curriculum for this 4-day intensive, I decided to add a day. So it's going to be really 5 days. So tomorrow when it begins, that is going to be, because tomorrow, like, I needed to do some pre-work with you first. So I'm just going to call it like an orientation or some pre-work for us to just get a foundation going and then build on that. But I am so glad to see y'all. Happy Monday, peoples. Happy Monday. I hope that it is warm and sunny and, life is good where you are. I am having great weather in the Northeast where I am. And so I was able to yesterday go to one of my nephews. He turned 5. Princey is 5. And he had an outdoor party, which was amazing because we don't get to do that in these parts in October. So we had an outdoor party. His mom had an outdoor party for him. Shout out to Atana. And it was awesome. They had a bouncy house, and Ruby and other kids were able to go in and just lose their mind. So, let's pull a card. Hello, Goddess Sherelle. Hello, Jamaican Douglas. Happy Diwali to all my folks who celebrate, all my Guyanese, all my Trini, all my peeps who celebrate Diwali. Let's see. All right, so we're going to pull a card for, the new moon is tomorrow. So perfect timing to pull a card for the new moon. Yes, Goddess Sherelle, it was fun. So let me just let y'all know. So Goddess Sherelle, y'all know I like to brag on my folks who is here in the comments. She is a Manifest Your Magic Moon Circle client who has an incredible retreat coming up to Tulum. So if you want to go to Tulum and change your life with her, there she is in the comments on YouTube. Goddess Sherelle McClish. Okay, so look her up, go to Tulum with her, have fun, change your life with her. Or either or, and stay here and change your life with me in the Visibility Temple, which begins with the in-depth orientation tomorrow. All right, so we're going to pull a card. Someone let me know a number between 1 and 11. Hello, Instagram. Number between 1 and 11. First one that I see is where we're going to go with that. Between 1 and 11. And let's just pull in our guidance for the week. Greetings, Goddess Divina. Okay, I see a number 7 and I see 5. Okay, so we'll do both. So if you're just joining us, just to let you know, and for everybody who has signed up for Visibility Temple, I'll be letting you know this by mail that I added a day. So it's a 4-day intensive, but it's really 5 days. I added a day on because as I was working on the curriculum, I wanted to make sure we could go deep and have lasting change. Okay, so 7, happy new moon. What do we need to know? All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Oh, and we have jumpers. So I'm going to pull the jumpers on the bottom. Oh, okay. All right. What does this mean? Masking, the masks that we wear the mask that grins and lies. Masking, which is what we're talking about when you're being invisible, shrinking, hiding, holding back. Let's pull a clarification card, and then I'm going to reach down and get the jumpers down there. Compassion, having compassion for yourself, forgiveness, and empathy. And then can I reach? All right, let me see. Okay, I'm like looking down. Okay, let me see if I can reach the. All right, here we go. All right, let's see. Oh, okay. Our jumper is Oshun of Mother's Milk. Okay, so let me just put these together. When you're reading multiple cards, it's like you read them the same way that, like, when you're putting together a sentence in a way to garner what the meaning is. Okay, so we have Oshun of Mother's Milk, we have Oshun of Mercy, Oshun of Mother's Milk with forgiveness, Oshun of Mother's Milk with harvest, Oshun of Mercy with compassion and forgiveness, Oshun of Deception with masking and self-delusion. So for us on this new moon energy, it really is a message of us nurturing and taking care of ourselves and having compassion and empathy for ourselves and moving out of the unhealthy Delulu energy, not positive manifesting Delulu energy. That's a different vibe, but the unhealthy Delulu energy of masking, wearing a mask, not showing up as yourself, performing yourself, all the things we've been talking about, okay? Rather than being, willing to show up as unapologetically you on a Monday in a gray shirt and just pull the ponytail out of your hair, whatever it is, I mean, that's just visual, but I'm talking about, really unmasking yourself. Type unmask in the comments if you are willing to stop wearing masks in your life, in your public, in your life, in your private life, and willing to just be yourself unapologetically. Yes, Goddess C. Sherelle, that's exactly what we talked about in our last circle, performing who you are rather than just being who you are. So, okay. Here we go. Let me just share with y'all some of what the goddesses are saying. This is what Goddess C. Sherelle is saying. Goddess Helen, Magical Unicorn, saying I keep getting Jumbi like over and over and over again. Masked energy. Again, the energy of the mask. So Goddess Helen, you know what that's telling you. Goddess Helen knows what it's telling her. Unmasked. Yes, unmasked. Okay, good. Unmasking. Excellent. All right, great. Congratulations, Goddess Davina. Goddess Davina joined. She's going to be in the Visibility Temple. Excellent. Congratulations to everybody who joined the Visibility Temple. We are in our masks off, showing up. Kaboom. Guess who stepped in the room? Era. Yes, I'm so excited about this. I'm so excited about the transformational energy that we are going to be shifting together, Okay, so let me pull one more card and then let's jump in. We are talking about, well, the unmasking is absolutely at the crux of it. The owning of your voice, the healing of your voice chakra, the being willing to be yourself, the being willing to be uncomfortable, and the being willing to make other people uncomfortable with you, with your presence, with your voice. The feeling of being bold, being brazen, being brave. I like the word I made up, braven. And just owning yourself and owning your truth. Okay, so let's now do a 5. Should I do it I'll do it from the other deck, from Secrets of the Ancestors. Okay. All right, so we have number 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. So Secrets of the Ancestors. It's interesting because we keep getting, this card over and over and over again. And I feel like it means something different in almost every circle. This is the energy of wheels of change, meaning the energy of cycles, meaning the energy of, things are shifting rapidly. Are we going to be a part of that shift, or are we going to be in the same place, a year from now, God forbid, 5 years from now, saying the same thing. I would say we cannot afford to. We can't afford to because we need you. You see what's going on in the world, right? We need you. Yes, it is a good word. Thank you, Goddess. Yes. Yes, we need you. We need all of your voices. And it's going to take all of us. It's going to take absolutely all of us. That's why there is this mass awakening that is happening, this mass awakening that is happening. So let me know for this new moon, actually, what are you calling in? Type it into the comments so we can cement it in. What are you calling in? What is calling you forward this new moon? What is calling you forward? And it could be something something physical, but it could also be something that is esoteric, like your courage, your voice, your visibility, your power. What is calling you forward? What are you birthing? What are you manifesting? So Instagram, I see you. So somebody on Instagram was asking, like, what is the visibility? What are we talking about? So the visibility wound, which is at the crux of what we've been talking about with the visibility temple. You can find the link on the screen, tinyurl.com/visibility temple. The visibility wound is really generational. And we can look at centuries back at how, being seen was not permitted for most people, most of us who would be watching this broadcast. But also, we don't even have to go centuries back to feel like you have not been seen, have not been heard. We could look generations back. And this is a generational thing that, as a powerful collective, as a intuitive person, as a person who has maybe spiritual beliefs that are different than the general collective, as an outspoken woman, as a Black woman, as a woman of color, as a person who, as a mother, as a non-mother, there are many different reasons why you could feel like your voice is not being seen or heard. And it goes even deeper when we look at the generational layers behind that your voice, owning your voice and having the courage to speak your truth could literally get you punished or killed. And so having that trauma stored in our collective nervous systems, having that trauma stored in your mind, body, and spirit, then gives you just cause to self-sabotage, gives you just cause to hide, gives you just cause to shrink, to procrastinate, to overthink, to wait until things are perfect, to tell yourself you're not ready, to just not put yourself out there, period. And I'm thinking about when, a few years ago, a friend of mine died, and she was 50 years old and had finally figured out, like she shared with our friend group, that she had finally figured out, she was a comedian and an actress, and she was working with children, and she had finally figured out this amazing work that she wanted to do to help children, like just come into their own using her comedy and all of these things. And when she died, and I'm still unsure exactly how she died, but the story is that she had an aneurysm. So we will go with that. I just felt like it was just cruel, like very cruel, honestly, because she had just figured out these things and the way to put forward herself and her voice in the world. And although, of course, she's at peace, she's with the ancestors, we still, I'm sure that the gap has been filled, but that specific brand of magic that she came to birth, we need it. So the same for you. And that's what I mean when I say, to quote the late great Dr. Wayne Dyer, don't die with your music still in you. And it could be a literal death, like this beautiful goddess who transitioned and is with the ancestors, or it could be an emotional death of just giving up. I have run into, I feel like in the past year, more emails than ever in any chunk of time, including during the pandemic, of folks who feel like they are just giving up. Like they feel like, oh my gosh, like they're just at the end of their rope and giving up. And we don't want that. We don't want that. I don't want that for you. I don't want that for me. I don't want that for us. I don't want that for us. So your presence is a present. Your presence is a present to all of us, right? You cannot create the life that you want from hiding. And to be clear, when I say hiding, I'm talking about something different than, I'm not saying that you have to be front and center if the business model that you want to use is, building a faceless brand. You can do that, but still with your voice out there in the world, still with your intention and your energy out there in the world. When you are withholding that from us, that from the world, that is what I mean when I'm talking about hiding. So you cannot build your fortune from the energy of shrinking and hiding and holding back. You cannot manifest your abundance, all of your riches that are being held for you in escrow. Type escrow, escrow open. Open escrow, like open sesame, open escrow. If you're ready to open the escrow of blessings, riches, wealth, abundance that you have accumulated, that is there in the storehouse waiting for you. Open escrow. Open escrow, like open sesame. Yes, open escrow. Yes, open escrow. Let's open it. Open escrow. And you cannot open your escrow from the energy of hiding, from the energy of shrinking, from the energy of withholding, from the energy of not good enough yet. Type into the comments, I am great enough. We were talking about this, I think, on Friday, being scared of not being good enough when you are absolutely great enough. Type into the comments, I am great enough. You too, replay crew. You too, replay crew. I am great enough. And the missing link is the safety, feeling safe. As human beings, we don't behave irrationally. Even if the things that we are doing are irrational, because we can look at folks around us in our lives or in the news or whatever and feel like stuff is irrational, but it makes sense to the perpetrators, to the people that are doing it. It makes sense. So just like you make sense to yourself, your nervous system makes sense to itself of why it's trying to protect you by hiding you, shrinking you, saying, let's not put that out there. We're not ready yet. Oh, people are going to laugh at that. Oh, great Aunt Ida is going to see that and she's going to feel uncomfortable. Does anyone really want that? Maybe better not do that. Wait till next time. Whatever it is. There's too many people doing that already. Too many people already said it already. They don't need me. All of that is a safety issue. I'm not talking about when you see a lot of stuff about confidence and confidence building, a lot of that honestly is very surface level and is not at all what we are talking about when we are, going down to the marrow, going down to the arteries of healing, going down to the nervous system, healing the issue with safety. So healing your visibility, this is wealth coding. Wealth recoding. This is rewriting yourself to own your truth, to own your voice, rewriting your ability to own your power, to stand in your truth and own your power. Stand in your truth and own your power. Type in the comments, I am standing in my truth. I am owning my power. I am standing in my truth. I am owning my power. And knowing that even, despite the well-meaning people who raised you, despite your own work that you have been doing in, for however many years, if we do not address your nervous system, if we do not make an energetic shift in your nervous system, your safety, if we do not make an energetic shift in what you believe is possible for you, nothing will really change. Nothing will really change. And I am speaking to you as someone who has dealt with in the past with chronic anxiety and, all kinds of anxiety, really. And is an introverted extrovert or extroverted introvert or all of that. I am coming to you from someone who has that background. So I could easily have created a buffered, safe, safe life for myself of easily just continuing to hide and shrink and hold back. But then I would not be living the life of my soul's calling. I would not be living the life of my soul's calling. And it's fun to live your soul's calling, never mind stepping into your prosperity and your abundance. Like, that's a great payoff, but it's also fun to sing the song of your heart. It's fun to do, even just preparing the curriculum for this course for the Visibility Temple, tinyurl.com/visibility temple, tinyurl.com/visibility temple. In preparing the curriculum for that, that's fun for me. Like, that's why I ended up adding a day to it and being like, no, this is a 5-day experience. Like, I wanted purposefully for this to be a short thing where you can enter and get a big transformation in a short period of time. That's why it's not a months-long experience. But that's fun for me. Writing my romantasy novel that is coming next year is fun for me. When I am doing work like my oracle cards that I'm downloading, I'm doing channeling work, even though it's spiritually incredibly intensive and can be exhausting. I'm exhausted right this moment. I am still sparked. I am still energized. I am still alive and excited and feel, just thrilled. And what was our word? Braven. Brazen plus brave, braven. Feel brave in the world. Feel braven. And to be able to pass that gift down to my daughter it fulfills my heart. And when I say, despite, the well-meaning people who raised you, because like half the stuff that my daughter comes home with at age almost 4 from preschool, the things that she picks up and learns when she's only around me and only around preschool, it's amazing, to see that, wow, okay. And if you had parents who, were working multiple jobs and et cetera, and were not able to be vigilant in that way because they didn't know, we're dealing then with doubly, triply, like all kinds of stuff. So the great news is that you don't have to heal this alone. The moment that you feel safe to be seen, everything lands differently. Your message to the world is clearer. And even if you're still figuring out your purpose, it lands differently. Your audience grows. They're magnetized to you in a different way. And you begin to be who you were born to be. And that is our whole purpose. That is our whole purpose. That is the prayer that our great-great-grandmothers prayed for us, once upon a whenever, right? That is the prayer that has been prayed for us, and we're going to claim it. So I want you to come take this journey with me. And actually, let me just tell y'all something totally unrelated. Just because I'm going to also be in a couple of days totally unrelated to this. I need talking about things to your heart's content. I am writing this romantasy novel that I feel like I've been talking about forever, but it's only been a couple months. That's coming out next summer, and I'm going to need beta readers, which are not editors. I have a team of editors. These are people just like you and me to go and read the book right now in its unfinished state and say, I love this. I hate this. This part is boring. This part is exciting. So just let me know. I'm going to put out a post probably tomorrow or the next day saying I need beta readers. And so if you are able to read, if you have time to be able to read this book within like the next couple of weeks and give your feedback, I would highly appreciate it. Yay. Okay. So Goddess Ade is saying me. Do I see do hand raised magical unicorn? No, I did not see a hand raised anywhere unless that was your hand raised right there. So yay. Okay. So I got 2 right there. I need beta readers, which are goddesses. Yay, 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 yay. Okay, good. Caramel Diva said, I might get all my beta readers I need from this broadcast. Which is, like I said, all I need you to do. And I need you to, and this is actually, let's make this a visibility exercise. Your mission, if you have time to, if you choose to accept it. I need you to be bold and braven enough. If you are reading something and it's confusing or boring or character sucks or you hate it or whatever, to tell me that, to say that, not to be like, ooh, I don't want to, Abiola's my girl. I've been rocking with her for a while. I don't want to tell her, whatever. Don't leave me out there like that. You're going to step into your bravenness and say, hey, Abiola, on page 90, whatever, blah, 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 when this, that, and the other happened, this, that, and the third, that sucked. And will I feel good about that? No. You have the courage to make folks uncomfortable and make yourself uncomfortable in order to live the life that you want to live. So I'll probably be like, but I'll be glad. I will be joyful that, when my book hits the stores next summer, that because of you and your courage in owning your voice, that I can then go and clean that up. So, all right. So I got 3 folks right there. Instagram, I'm going to come over and look at y'all in a bit. But okay. All right, good. I got Goddess Ade. I got Goddess Helen. I got Goddess Caramel Diva. Perfect. So, all right. So going back now to Visibility Temple. Come change your life with me in 4+1 sessions. It says 4 when you go to the info page, but what the info page doesn't tell you is that I just decided today it's 5 sessions. It's going to be 5 sessions. If you can't make it to any of the dates, everything is recorded. And you, as a free bonus, get to pick a course from my archives. Select a bonus course. All right. Okay, let me just check in on my Instagram peeps. Okay, good. Goddess Deb over on Instagram. I see you standing in your truth and power, and that you also signed up for the Visibility Temple. Okay, y'all, have a beautiful rest of the day. Links will be sent out for the Visibility Temple for everybody who signed up. tinyurl.com/visibility temple. Oh, Goddess Davina, I see that you are in also as a beta reader. Yes. All right, goddesses. Love you. Let's do this. Bye, Instagram.